We are with Lo today, the Chief Financial Officer for Dawaka Capital Investment. This is a private investment fund. They focus on generating long-term financial returns through private equity investment, business management, and real estate holdings. Lo, tell us, what's your career story?
I started out my career with a passion really for finance and accounting. So I was eager kind of like to delve in the complexity or the complex mechanism of a financial system and really the role in that business process. So fresh out of my high school, I went directly to the banks. So I was working for one of the major banks in Canada, and I spent 7 years in banking there with hands-on experience while I simultaneously earned my bachelor's degree in economics. So straight out of high school, I didn't really start university right away. Instead, I took that path to go into banking. And then while I was in banking, working full-time, I simultaneously did my degree. So I spent 7 years there. It took longer than I wanted to get my bachelor's degree because I was working full-time. So I have to manage my work schedule and my school schedule. So I think I did that in about 5 years instead of 4 to get my undergrad. So when I finished my undergrad at the age mid-20, really at that time, you're in your 20s, you envision once you have that degree and you're already working for the bank, you envision yourself, that's a lifelong career in banking that I want to dedicate myself to full-time in this field. And it's also because it's very corporate banks, conservative corporate image, and that aspect I really like. So I thought, well, this is a really good career to be in there and to be a lifelong employee and kind of like move up the corporate ladder of this corporate ladder for everybody within the bank. So, however, shortly after I completed my degree in economics, I realized that my finance knowledge was very limited, but I need to kind of like couple with something else that's complementary. So I decided that maybe the finance skills together with accounting would provide me of a more comprehensive skill set to tackle the corporate ladder and move up into different roles. Well, so this led me kind of like to pursue my accounting license. So I am a CPA.
Yeah.
Thinking that will allow me to excel both finance and accounting. So from that point on, once I got my accounting training and continuing to get my accounting training, so from there, the next 2 decades, the next 17 to 20 years, so let's round it up to 20 years, I progressed quite steadily up the corporate ladder, eventually becoming the head of finance. So as you know the story, I kind of like told you that already when we first met. However, I aspire to become even more. I always envisioned myself, I wanted to be a CFO, for Chief Financial Officer. And I believe that, like you, I believe that hard work, I guess this is because I'm Asian, my parents and my relatives and everybody that's talking, hard work, dedications will get you there. So I was already taught from a very young age that you work hard, you study hard, you do everything with hard work and discipline, it will get you there. So that belief is already ingrained in my head. So I believe that hard work would naturally lead me to the promotions of a CFO. But I soon learned that it required much more than just effort. So this is where you come in, Tiffany. You have I remember our conversation back in when I first met you in January, is that, embracing that strategic mindset, focusing on leadership, innovation, but a comprehensive understanding, like a broader business landscape was essential, but the mindset is so, so important. So this shift in perspective was so instrumental for me in achieving my goal of becoming a CFO. So, thank you to you. That mindset is proving to be something that is really required for me to land the role that I have today as a CFO. So kind of summarizing that, mindset, or what you call the universe, I call it faith. With the faith and positive outlook, I embrace this journey, and then trusting that each steps towards this will guide me with a purpose. And my purpose when I talked to you was really to get that CFO position.
Yeah, and huge congratulations for achieving such a big milestone. And now you are a CFO. And share with us, what was it like in our first conversation? What was the challenge you were facing then?
I think the challenge, when I first started talking to you, the challenge that I have is that at the time, I didn't really know that I didn't have a positive mindset. So I realized that society, but other people that they set that their limitations on you with comments that they make, with things that they said, is because of their own self limitation. But I take that and advice to me about my limitations. So the challenges that I have is that I always thought people's feedback were truth, but the fact is that it's not really, it's their own limitations on me of what I cannot do, but it's actually they cannot do that. So that was the result of them telling, but I take it as their feedback on me. So that was the challenge. The challenge is like, I didn't realize that at the beginning, that people's limitation is not mine.
How did that limitation impact you?
It really does. It impacted my life a lot, and up to the point where I need to do a 360-degree shift in that mindset. Because like I said at the beginning, is that I progressed nicely within the corporate structure of moving up the ladder, but that position as CFO, although I have the education, I have the work ethics, because that was ingrained in me through my relatives, my parents, all the people that are close to me. Work hard, you would get rewarded, but it didn't happen. So having that mindset really limits myself from progressing further.
And how do you feel now that you have achieved such a big milestone that you set for yourself?
I don't know, like the feeling is really indescribable. Like I cannot put it into words, but I don't know. I have never won a lottery, so wouldn't know. But I would imagine if somebody won a lottery, this is the feeling that you would get. Do you know what I mean? But I never won a lottery, so I don't know how to compare that. But it's very indescribable. It's almost like, wow, it's not real, but it is real.
Yeah, I guess it's also because
amazing.
It happened pretty
it's
fast.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It feels like a multi-million or $1 billion. Like it's not, you can't quantify it, but I know that feeling. When you have goosebumps in your gut, in your heart, and then you get this tingling feelings underneath your skin, and then goosebumps on your skin. That is the feeling that is like, wow, that's really amazing. That's really working. It's because I followed this journey, just reshifting my mind and really to put that energy out there and to surrender myself. I want a CFO, so therefore this is the CFO position that I want. So that already call what you call the universe of faith. Let faith happen to me, because I set this goal out there already.
How long did you feel you struggled to get a CFO position?
About 5 years ago, I progressed through the ranks, through the corporate ladder to senior. So I was quite in senior position, directors.
Yes.
But I realized as I progressed through those positions, it took me longer to get to the director positions. So then I naturally, again, is the mindset that I think that it will take you 10 years to do director, 10 years, and then another. Then
you said that.
But by coincidence, we met, and I was like, wow, this lady is really cool. She's like, why does it need to take 10 years? What to become a CFO if you are already a director? So me, again, doubting myself, So 5 years ago, this is a natural progression that I thought, because I was in the position already for a few years. I'm like, give me another 5 years, I will get there. But because of you, I set this whole process and say, no, I am darn good at my skills, my education, my work ethic. Why do I set a timeline?
So I want you to share with us, what's the takeaway from us working together? How did you do it?
Well, one of the conversation, the takeaway for me, but let me kind of, before I say that takeaway, is that for me, I think when I was in Dubai, I remember I talked to you in Dubai quite extensively. And then you go, hey, Lo, you gotta all these negativity words, I don't want to hear it. I want you to refocus, turn like can to cannot to can. So no more negative talk, no more. You already want to be a CFO, so I don't want to hear anything can't. I want to hear can. I will. So
not I hope.
Not I hope, I will. I am already a CFO. It's coming to me. So envision yourself as a CFO. So I remember I was in the gym and I was like, wow, really? I didn't have a job at that time. I was in Dubai, right? So I talked to you and she goes like, if you cast out that you wanted to be a CFO, it's already there. It's already there for you.
It's already yours.
It's already yours. So just think of it. It's already yours. So then I said, yeah, okay. That's what she said. I'm going to do it. So then from that day on, I was really completely envisioning myself as a CFO.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think right after I did the interview through online, like here, like meeting you on Teams. And I knew in my heart I did really well. It's because our talk before, and I was like, but I had nothing to, I'm like, well, no, I think I did really well. And this is, the meeting was great. And I already cast that mindset that I'm going to land this position. And it turned out to be true. So thank you. So the three takeaway for me is the end result really is my position that I got. But the three takeaway I learned from this through knowing you is positive mindset. So that's one. And the next thing is that don't let others comments about me that is negative is because of their limitation. It's not my limitation.
Yeah.
So I should really follow what I truly believe in myself that I can do. And once I set that, then that is already in motion. It will get. But I didn't know it will get there in 4 weeks. Does that make sense? So so I was like, wow. So that really completely changed the game for me. But also too is that what you talked to me is that practice gratitude. You wake up, then say something, write 3 things that you are grateful for, that you're thankful for. And I remember I told you, hey, Tiffany, I did like 10 or something in one day.
Yeah, you said the first day I did 12. I remember.
Yeah, and so that's the 3 things that I took away from this journey is positive mindset. Others impose limitations on me, which is really theirs, is not mine. And gratitude.
Yeah.
Practice gratitude every single day the minute you wake up. Because
exactly
that gratitude, you set the always positive mindset already. So you start your day already on a high, and that will continue to go forward through your day.
Yeah. And I want to say that this position you got it is not like easy. There were like over 100 applicants. Tell us about it.
At the time I didn't know there were a lot of people, but I came in with this position from the beginning after our talk is being very well prepared, but not prepared in terms of like technical skills set or experience or education, but more like intangible skills like mindset, grateful, knowing that I can do the job. So all these like intangible soft skills that I really need to hone, because I grew up and society says, because you're a woman, I don't know, you're in a place where there's like, North America, in Asia. So all these kind of things is already, I thought that is limiting me. But the minute I went into this interview, it's a different mindset. I worked on these topics that we talked about, and I didn't let that bother me at all. So by just coming into the interview and focus on that, I think perhaps candidates were more technical and focused in technical skills, but I was really engaging and really prepared for the questions, but the questions surround as leadership, how those skills, those soft skills need to be honed. So I took that and I practiced on those skills that we talked about, the soft skill, the positive mindset. How do you get people to follow you? Being a leader is having people to follow you. Really, that's what it means. It's not being you're in charge of. You need to have people to follow you to call yourself a leader. And that's what leadership is. And I think I practiced a lot of those skills that we talked about, and what we did about in the weekly discussion with all the participants really helped me prepare for the role.
Yeah. And when you were talking about the abundance mindset, you remember we were on the call and you were sharing the news with me, and you got another call.
Yes. And yes. So like I said, actually, I shared with you a couple of times too, is that when, I'm not sure if, I don't want to use a negative word, but when you're desperate, nothing comes. But when you're abundant, you feel abundant, things just overflowing.
Yes.
So when you feel empty, you will be emptied. When you feel full, you're always going to be full.
You attract more fullness. When you're empty, you attract more emptiness.
Exactly, right? So when I was talking to you on WhatsApp, and then right after, I got more people trying to, I already had that position, I already have this position, but then more people were looking for me. Hello, would you like to entertain the CFO role? So like I said to you, that feeling of abundance attract more abundance to come to you, because I didn't feel empty. I already have the role because I'm positive. I feel that I need, the feeling of being able to, actually, you cast out that energy of you are a CFO, you attract more CFO position coming in.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And did that happen over the past 5 years as well?
No, because up to the most recent, I would say 2024 January, it happened, but sporadically. It would not happen like what it is now. I think also too is that I didn't have that abundant mindset. I have that limited.
The lack.
The lack of mindset. Perhaps this is all I can be, head of finance, director. And I think, but also to the words, the conversations, the words that come out of my mouth up to that point was different. It was, I think word is very powerful, even then when you don't realize it. You don't realize you're saying it, but subconsciously, your mind will take that word, because if that word by itself is already negative, it will cast that energy of negativity too. So I'm more mindful of choosing words that I say now versus before.
It's so true. You are your words. Words are the most powerful, right? And the most powerful words is the one you say to yourself. Some people say, I don't want to be rejected. Like you just mentioned the words rejected is itself are negative words. So don't even use it. Whether you want or you don't want, rejection itself is not a word that we want to associate ourselves with. So now, last question. I have 2 last questions. First of all, I mean, this in the beginning when we talk about the investment of joining this program, it was not a small investment for you. And can you share with us what's the return of investment?
For me, the investment is not just monetary. But it's also the time and the dedication that I need to invest in if I want to be successful. So there are three things. When you invest in anything, there's always going to be that monetary aspect of it, but then also require the opportunity cost, your time. Your time, you need to invest in something that you need to excel in, and you have to give something else. Because time is very limited, it's 24 hours in a day. It's how we choose that time, how do we want to invest our time. So really, it's not the monetary, it's more the time. The time is limited. So what I can say is that I invested that time with you. The return is enormous, because within that short span of time, for 4 or 5 weeks, I was able to achieve my goal of CFO, what I have trying to do in the past 5 years. So my investment of doing it myself, that time, didn't get me close to a CFO. Yes, I have opportunities, but I didn't make it to the final, the person that they hire. With you, that investment of 4 weeks, boom, done. So that is a return. I don't know if you have to work it out 5 years, 52 weeks times 5, 4 weeks.
I so agree with you. Yeah, exactly. And so some people will say, well, if you don't help me, can I still be successful? I said, yeah, you absolutely can. But it will take you, instead of like you 5 weeks, it's gonna probably be 5 months, 5 years. Do you want to wait that long? How much more 5 years do you have in your career span?
And also too, you also make a very point that you told me. You're not gonna like, people invest in you and learning from you, but also too is that you also need to take time out and learn. And really, if you're going to invest in this journey with you, you also you need to be accountable, and you need to go put that time in to hone all these skills along the way. And it's not just like writing resume, a perfect LinkedIn profile, but really the other skills, the mindset, the soft skill are so much more valuable. And the interaction with some of the friends that I have now through this really encouraged me to be better. I am be better than I am today. I can't even wait to see myself a year from now, 2 years from now. It's because you get to associate it with so many amazing people through this journey. So that is a return as well of this investment.
Absolutely.
It's a community of people.
Yeah, it's a community of people. And now you have become a cheerleader.
Getting connected to you, right? Being close to you, getting connected to you, getting, so those are the return on your investment, if you need to say ROI, really.
Yeah, you meet like-minded people, and you each other encourage each other, because you share this ambition as well to grow together.
Yeah, and then I think that I read somewhere is that you are the result of the 5 people you hang around with.
Yes.
So exactly. If you're hanging around with, I don't want to say again negative, if you hang around with crappy people, you're going to be crappy. If you hang around with people that's always angry, you're going to be angry. If you hang around with successful and positive mindset people, you will become one.
Exactly. So what would you tell someone who is considering joining this program?
This community and this program, just do it. Don't hesitate. What do you have to lose, really? If you're like me, that didn't really think that I'm a positive person, I'm a kind person, blah, 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 blah. But you take all those advices from people that you know. It's because you don't have the training of being with the right mindset, goal-oriented people who really want to better their life. So I would, people that want to consider join the community. I think the most benefit is having that community of people that is always going to be there, that are in the same journey as you. They all wanting to be leaders and contributing back to society, helping others. So for me, is that now that you helped me, I always want to help others to be better. Is the caring and sharing what that gives me joy, really. And I think that people who hesitate with, I don't know if it's like money or if it's time, or it's like I don't have, it's too much work. No, like if you want to invest in it, do it right now. But knowing that the journey is going to be, it's going to be also you to have to be accountable, to put in the effort to get you there. Does that make sense? It's like, and then, and with you there, cheering people on and always be accessible, and you can join the meetings and get to meet like-minded people and learn so much from them.
Thank you so much, Lo. And you have absolutely become not just the cheerleader and a role model for all the other members in this program.
I know, that's so sweet for you to say, but you know, there are so many other people in there too that I really admire. And just hearing them, even though they already got the job, but they come back and they still listen to it and they still join the calls just to be there, it really helps. And you have that lifelong connection with people. And these people are people that are really senior in their positions. It's a nice network of this great community and team that we have. So I'm like all of them. You know, I am nothing special. I learn as much from them every single day, or every time I hop in on the call, just to listen to them talk. So sometimes I just join because I have nothing to say, but I want to hear them, so which is great. So you helped me a lot. So thank you so much.
Well, is there anything else? One last word you want to share?
Okay, 3 words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to you. Next word or next sentence, please do not hesitate to invest in this program and in your course or in this community, because if you really want to invest in it with your heart and your soul, you will be successful.
Thank you so much. These words are so important to remember. It seems important for me as well. I'm learning a lot from you and from all the members in this program. Sometimes I see you waking up 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, because we have 9 hours time difference. I mean, like, I just like tell myself, wow, that's a dedication, and that someone like you will be successful inevitably. Your success is inevitable.
Thank you so much. And I take it seriously. I take it seriously from a mentor that I admire, you. So that's all I can say is so much. I'm so thankful for crossing paths with you and getting to know you this beginning of the year. So, thank you.
Now, if you're ready for this level and speed of your career transformation, I invite you to join my coaching program, the 1% Academy. Who is this program for? It is designed for high performers who are in middle management and want to advance to senior executive positions. It is designed especially for these leaders with international career or living abroad with your family, facing cultural challenges and self-limiting belief of being immigrant or expat. If you're a high-performing leader and you feel that your career has hit a plateau, this is a program for you to elevate to the top 1% of an organization, first in your mind, then in your identity, then finally in your reality. You can find the link in the description below to book a free strategy call with myself or my team to see if a good fit to work together. For now, you can watch this video to find out how Guillaume went from an individual contributor to now leading a team of a few hundred and as a member of the senior management team. I'll see you there.